There are new technologies coming on the market every day, but few seem as miraculous and science fiction-y to me as 3D printing. Like something out of Star Trek, 3D printers allow us to construct physical objects, even very complex ones, out of blocks of carbon with just a push of the button. As the cost comes down and the speed goes up, 3D printing has the potential to revolutionize manufacturing and even allow consumers to create most of their own goods at home from plans downloaded from the internet. Of course, like all tools, 3D printers might be put to nefarious uses in the wrong hands. Predictably, gun rights opponents have raised the alarm about the easy access to 3D printed firearms. It's not difficult to see why. Guns are relatively simple instruments. They're basically just spring-loaded levers, and clever designers have been making their own guns for hundreds of years. The same is now true using 3D printing technology. Liberty or a political promise of security? Let the debate rage forth. Recently, Donald Trump tweeted this, expressing his own concerns about 3D printed firearms. If people can create their own guns at home, how are we supposed to do background checks? How can we keep guns out of the hands of dangerous people? How can we protect ourselves from the mentally disturbed? These are reasonable questions to ask. But recent shootings suggest that our current laws and the enforcement of those laws have done little to guarantee safety. So should we be afraid? Or is the free spread of information and new technology just another democratizing force that puts power back in the hands of ordinary citizens? One question no one seems to be asking: can we trust the government to regulate speech online, including the sharing of totally legal files on 3D gun printing? Wouldn't such a step be a fundamental breach of our First Amendment rights? Machinery to be redeployed against other speech deemed dangerous by the political class. Another important question: do we want guns to only exist in the hands of politicians and their agents in government, who will then decide who is trustworthy? Are you? Socialist dictator Nicolas Maduro has imposed this policy with brutal force in Venezuela to keep the people in line. Regardless of this debate, the fact is, the cat's out of the bag. People in this country already have access to information and technology, and no politician can change that. I, for one, think it's always a good thing when power is taken out of the hands of elites and distributed in a more equal way. Online speech, 3D printers, and plastic guns are no exception. Okay, tonight we're doing something super cool, and it's totally legal, by the way. We're going to go hang out with a young guy who happens to be a constitutional lawyer. He also happens to be a hobbyist who collects guns, who rebuilds guns, and yes, shock, prints 3D guns.
I'm Matt LaRosiere. I work in constitutional law. I write amicus briefs and write articles and try to raise awareness and advocate for various issue areas, primarily the Second Amendment and taxation.